did like what, 50, 60 photo versions, picked one, and then worked on WhatsApp.
And I said, sure, but I don't know how to paint. And he's like, oh yeah, you can, because you're doing it here. I did J Balvin's record as well, so Energia, and
yeah.
I work with my friend Milk.
Whatever it is, it's your story, your journey. What up guys, it's Andres Izquieta. Today I'm going to be giving you a behind the scenes of an upcoming collaboration that we have with artist Teddy Kelly. So for Cinco de Mayo, which is upcoming in the next few weeks, I wanted to do something special. So Teddy's family comes from Mexico, and what better to do something with an artist that comes from Mexico, has done a lot of projects in Mexico, very prideful of his background. And I love Mexico, I love Mexican people, I love the culture, I love the food, I love the vibes, I love everything. And obviously we're in LA, so we wanted to do something that had the LA culture that was synonymous with Mexico and with Teddy as well. 5'4" Teddy Kelly, let's go. So, first of all, when can you do the mural?
Monday the 23rd? 23rd, yeah.
23rd, okay. So we need it up to 25th.
23rd?
Monday's the 23rd.
Okay, yeah, Monday. Mm-hmm.
First of all, where are you from?
I'm from Mazatlan, Mexico.
Born and raised?
I was born in the States, raised there.
Okay.
Which is, for the people don't know, we call it, it's considered north of Mexico on the west coast. It's a beach town, but it's mainland Mexico.
How did you get started, like, on your professional career?
Well, I did some college classes, art classes in City College in San Diego. Then I met who was my friend, and back then was my teacher, and then he just asked me, like, you want to do this for a living? And I said, sure, but I don't know how to paint. And he's like, oh yeah, you can, because you're doing it here. So I basically took an internship and we went to Madrid, to Festival Arco in Madrid, and that was my first mural.
What are some of the brands that you worked with?
I did the art program with Volcom back in the day, in the golden days, or right after, you know, it was really cool when the ASR and all that kind of stuff was going on. Freelancing and like collaborating with a bunch of other music labels and other brands, and I just using my name as Teddy. And then obviously I didn't want to put my art as Teddy in the brand I was working, because I didn't want to be that dude just pushing my stuff only. So I brought a bunch of other artists that are out there right now, and a lot of them are doing really good. And that's how I started kind of the art program that I kind of learned from the Volcom experience I had.
What are some of the artists that you worked with?
Well, we worked with, the roster there was pretty big, but we only worked with a few people. Mainly, we were supposed to work with U2, Madonna, but we did a lot of different things, editorial, and we didn't do any records, because it wasn't a record label, it was more of a management. So we work a lot on the magazines, part of that. Madonna stuff, we did.
Like their tour stuff, or?
We did tour stuff, we did social media stuff, more design, art direction driven, Billboard awards, all that kind of stuff. What else I've done?
Music?
You know, music, Maverick, obviously. I did J Balvin's record as well, so Energia, and I worked with my friend Milk, and the creation, direction, and design of this record, which was dope. What else we done? I forget. I've done so many things that I forget from the top of my head. Maybe you remember one, you can help me.
Okay, yeah. Vans?
Vans, yeah, we did the US Open as well. We did that was dope, because that's kind of the core things that you do within the industry, especially surfing and skateboarding, and that was dope to be one of the headliners there as well.
Got it. And then when did you start doing more of like the personal art and street stuff?
That's always been there, you know. My commercial stuff kind of helps me to, have a second job kind of thing.
Yeah.
But also feeds my art because everything is based on composition, design, color, everything. So one helps the other. It's a balance between. That's the type of guy I am. I like to design. If I feel like designing a jacket, I'll just go and do the jacket. I do all the tech packs. I do the branding, the art, the colors. So for me to not get bored, because my mind goes crazy and
Sure.
I'm always thinking super fast, I have to do all these things to balance it out,
Because we met through Anita,
Anita,
and
yeah.
then but there was like 3 other people.
Well, or more.
Including
Now
Temo. Like, yo,
Yeah, no, I
he's
found out.
the one.
I found out, like I started talking to people, and I mean, we have so many people in common that we know, but that tells you that what I'm trying, like, my explanation on the approach of things in collaboration is like there's no brainer. I just go for it, even if this is a little different. We just had to figure it out the way to incorporate it, and it felt good.
Yeah.
And that's it.
And it was great because I think when we started, we went, we're like, let's meet up in downtown.
Totally.
And it was so last minute, right? You're like, yeah, I'm here. Cool. Let's go meet up. We went, with our fucking iPhones, took pictures, bought the roses, Fire District, went to the Piñata District. For this collaboration, we wanted to do something authentic that represented LA along with Mexican culture. Teddy and I were randomly in downtown LA one morning at the same time. We thought it would be fun to go buy some flowers and roam around the Piñata District, taking pics of the flowers in different juxtapositions. Just did 50, 60 photo versions, picked one, and then worked on WhatsApp.
Totally.
I do all my shit on WhatsApp. People are like, how do you do that? I'm like, dude, trust me, it's the fastest approval process ever. And then it was like boom, 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 within like an hour.
But that tells you how
we had the final
we
thing
think
done.
alike. We have kind of like the same way of solving the problem and approaching the problem, or not the problem, or the project, and then getting into work, developing, getting the ideas, and then on my own end, just trying to figure out how I'm going to incorporate that to what we have in direction-wise. I feel like the collaboration itself. I mean, obviously, if you're an artist, you want to put something that shows your art, and I'm also a designer, so my approach doesn't have to be always my ego is not as big as other people's ego, so I don't have to be that. Actually, I don't like to be, showing my face. It's not the thing that I'm looking for. It's more like solving the problem that makes something that actually works visually. It actually works for the purpose, because we are trying to put this out there for somebody to wear it and actually to enjoy it. I like collaborations to be natural. And obviously, a lot of the things I learn in life, that everything that comes my way, and it feels good, especially if it comes through friends. I just take it and to be feel connected to the actual piece. Add some elements of what we already did to it, adapting obviously to the space that we have. But we can even make some printouts, I thought, and from that image. But he used the same colorways, I guess, and the images. Do you have the sketches? Yeah. So, I mean, I usually do a lot of research, a lot of sketching and stuff. With the time, you obviously get better, and then you do it quickly. Your ideas are easier. So.
Yeah, I mean, our first version to the final.
Yeah, it's cool though. It's cool that we can think that fast and we can get it done.
Yeah.
So basically, I did. Trying to incorporate those things within the direction and the textures and everything that we're using for this specific project. So I do a little bit of a technical way in the way I draw things, so I can actually edit them and they look like my stuff. So we did all the different brushes and everything. Just some interesting stuff that it can be more of an organic feel to what we were doing. So I'm gonna go and see what we're able to do
based on the texture and the space
and the space and everything.
Teddy is well known to put together some incredible murals throughout his career. My friend AJ Roland, which owns a sports bar, The Parlor in West Hollywood, gave us a wall on the exterior of his establishment. Over a few hours, Teddy converted the wall into what you now see here. The launch of the tea was celebrated with a pre-Cinco de Mayo event at The Parlor in LA. Tacos, cerveza, and friends. And last but not least, the t-shirt was made live for sale on the Menlo house.